Hello, welcome to my video. And today I'm going to react to a video called I'm 54, but I'm adopting the Gen Z mindset about these jobs. And as you know, a guy that's currently in the job market right now, I'm looking for a job is really tough out there. So I understand what she's about to say or what she's going to say. And I'm glad that someone from Gen X, which is kind of my favorite generation to look up towards, is really acknowledging these problems and emphasizing, not saying that, oh, it's not your fault because you're not working hard enough or you're not applying enough jobs. It's sometimes it's just not you. Sometimes it's the market where you're in at the current time. And at this time, not really, even though jobs say they're hiring, but they're really not hiring. So, in a sense, they make it seem like they're desperate, but the reality is they want top tier talent. And at the end of the day, if jobs were more easily, if we're more honest, not easy, but more honest, saying that, hey, we're out there looking for top talent. If you're nowhere near top talent, we don't want you. But at the end of the day, if their jobs were honest, people would get upset. Hey, and which kind of makes sense because I know nowadays we're in a time where a lot of people are very sensitive and don't know how to take criticism, and that is okay. It is not meant for everyone to take criticism, and you can feel the way you want to feel at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, you can't control what you're currently in. And right now, we're in a tough job market. Getting a good job is a lot harder than what it is ever in the time of history. And at the end of the day, you want to say, hey, we just got to know what, not the word worth, but what is the minimum payment for the job? Are you going to be the one that's paying for want to work for less than what the actual job is? Or you want to work the minimum, what the minimal job is? And I think people want to work minimal. Now, for the people that ask for too high, I don't think, yeah, they're just delusion in a sense and they need some help and haven't done the proper research. But let's get into the video.
That I'm going to adapt the Gen Z's mentality. And I think it's the best thing for all of us to do. And you say, girl, what is the Gen Z? Are you sure about that? Yes. Because one thing about the Gen Z is they really don't care. They will start a job today and they'll walk off of it this afternoon.
Yep.
They don't really care. They don't, they're not loyal to these companies and these jobs. They're not loyal. And I don't care if it's a career, they're not loyal to it. But us Gen X's, oh, we loyal. You can be treating us like crap and we're gonna show up tomorrow. They have also adapted this quiet quitting,
Mm.
where basically
I think quiet quitting has always been the thing, but it's never been called that at the end of the day. As a millennial, even as a millennial, people were still quiet quitting, but it was never called that. They call it slacking off or just doing the bare minimum. And that's what pretty much most people do nowadays, and probably still back then too. So going back to the video.
it's not like they just not doing their job. They're doing their job, they're just not going above and beyond. And I thought about that. I said that sounds perfect because you really shouldn't be going above and beyond. Anyway, I'm already doing 3 people there in job. How the hell you want me to be going above and beyond? You want me to do 7 people job? Child, please, you're not paying me for that. But I think the best thing is to us 45, 50, 60-year olds to start using that job to fund what you need and to be what you need it to be. Don't let your job take advantage of you because it will have you sick. It will have you miserable. It'll have you where you don't sleep at night. It'll have you like it did that woman at Wells Fargo's. It'll have you dead at that cubicle.
Jesus. Dead at the cubicle at Wells Fargo. Oh my goodness. No way. Wow. And that's what stress does to you. If you let it get to you, it will take your life, unfortunately. And shout out to that woman and God bless her soul. who died at the Wells Fargo desk for going to job, committed to job. And I know that's what a lot of people are taught, to commit to these jobs, and that's your career. And that's not really the case. And this is why millennials and Gen Z get a bad rep, because at the end of the day, we just don't care. It's not about, oh, following the corporate ladder, oh, going above beyond. Because at the end of the day, there's really no benefits to it. I mean, if I'm working hard and I'm still struggling to pay bills, just imagine you're working 50 hours a week and you're still struggling to pay the bills, and you don't have a lot left over. I mean, you can't keep working that. I mean, you got to be smart. So I see why we're taking the route we're going, because at the end of the day, working hard doesn't mean anything, especially if it doesn't mean if you're still struggling, still paying off bills, but not living the best life. And what's that? We're not really spending the money like to enjoy life. Come on. It's just so we just have money just to have money. Come on now. That don't make no sense. Think about it.
These people in these corporations, in these jobs, could care less about us. Use your job as a resource to fund what you need. And my thing, I have been doing it, but I was too tired in my mind to even think right, to even try to do what I had in my heart to do. And I got a video coming out about rest and all that I had put up for this morning, and now it's been uploading for 4 hours. But y'all, all I wanted to say for this mid-afternoon, and for my Gen Zs that come on here and say, what's she talking about? Yeah, leave me a comment. Y'all know what's up. But us Gen X's, we being too faithful. We have been being too faithful. To what? To the system? No longer will I be faithful to anybody but myself. I'm telling y'all, it takes a lot. You go through a lot before you get to this. And I'm not talking about go on your job and don't work. I'm talking about being faithful to, don't do no overtime. Even though you need the money, find another, and see, that's what I know. Find another source. Don't use the job. I know it's more better to use the job and be there and do it, and you ain't got to leave. But it's better to have you a second job than to do overtime at your first one.
Preach, sister. Preach. Amen. Amen. She's speaking the word of gospel today. Woo. I don't know if many of y'all need to hear that, but if y'all did, bless this lady's heart.
Because they think then that they can abuse you, that you don't need rest, that you don't need to sleep, that you don't need off, that you don't have a family, or you don't have friends, or you don't have a spouse. They use you. Use each one of them or whatever you are doing to do what you need to do. Don't Y'all, don't let these jobs kill you. These jobs will literally kill you and hire somebody tomorrow. So that's what I want my Gen X's to think about. Think about how
And you can throw in baby boomers in there too.
faithful you are to these people that don't care nothing about you. So you got a whole load of PTO that you ain't even took. Gen Zs come in taking a PTO. They come in, they take any day off they want. They call in. But us, we sit there with 3 weeks worth of PTO and vacation. Talking about we gonna hold it. And they thinking about firing you. You got 3 weeks worth of PTO, 3 weeks worth of vacation time, and they thinking about firing you, and you ain't gonna get none of that.
Right.
Gen X's, I want y'all to stop being faithful. And I'm talking about myself. Don't be faithful to these jobs. Be faithful to you and your plan.
Amen. Amen. I gotta say that one more time. My bad.
And what you want. And I know it's some of us that's already doing that. Everybody is not Because I've had people say, well, don't be trying to be friends. I ain't friends with nobody on no job. I come to do a job for my coins and that's it. But what I did have a problem is giving too much of my time to one source. And that is going to quit. My time is going back to me. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Midday.
And I'm going to end the video right here. Shout out to this lady. She did an amazing video about this, and I feel inspired. And I'm glad that someone from Gen X is recognizing us as we're doing the right thing. And shout out to her. And if you guys want me to react to her videos more, hit the thumbs up and the like button. All right. If you want to watch my next video, it's going to be up here.